First of all, 3 Mile Island did not melt down, and no one was injured or killed by 3 Mile Island. Chernobyl was a human failure, not the failure of the technology. It was the Russians just did a rotten job of protecting their own facility. We certainly can do better. But having said that, that is a legitimate concern, and safety is a concern. What really, Gene, and what I think is important about this show is there is a breaking technology in nuclear energy development. It's called small modular reactors, SMRs. Their reactors, one being made by a company named Hyperion, will produce 10 megawatts of electricity. They go up to 250. Toshiba has one that's, and I've got a brochure here on it, that is eventually going to produce up to 250 megawatts. They're small, they're buried underground, they're sequestered, and they're very easy to protect because they're underground. And you will need security to protect it, but you basically need security to protect a lot of things here in Hawaii that could be extremely dangerous too.
Senator, can we go to show and tell? Can we give a shot of this?
Sure.
You've got some visual aids
well,
here.
I've been back in Washington. I've met with a number of people back there, including some congressmen and some United States senators. But this is Toshiba's technology. It's called 4S, super safe, small, and simple. Of course, the subsidiary of Toshiba in the United States is Westinghouse.
Can we get a shot of that from the camera?
Yeah, this is the actual core. But if you can get tight on this right here, it shows this finger here. It shows the technology, and what you can see is the core is buried. This energy source does not have to be refueled for 30 years. It will produce electricity, and what it does, really what the nuclear energy does is it produces heat that creates the steam that drives the generators. So this plant here can produce about 200 megawatts of electricity. That could light up the windward side quite easily. Kaneohe Marine Base, for instance, which I've looked at, uses about 18 megawatts at peak usage. The island of Oahu, the whole island, generates at peak time about 1,200 worth megawatts. So this could produce 1/6 of the entire.
And how much does that cost?
This costs about $200 million when Toshiba puts it in. So if you amortize that out, they're saying with the generating plant, which we already have steam generating plants, so you just plug it in next to a steam generator. You put it underground where it's safe. You protect it. Jay's exactly right. It does need to protect, but you can produce electricity for, like I said, 10 to 15 cents a kilowatt hour, as opposed to 22 cents. So we can cut our electrical costs in half. But the real genius is the residual benefits, Gene. We can retool the American auto industry. We can get rid of internal combustion engines there. We're migrating towards electric cars. We call them hybrids. Why not by 2020 get rid of fossil fuels? Why can't America be the #1 auto producer in the world again by producing electric cars? Less moving parts, more reliable, much cheaper to fuel. You won't have to pay $3, $4, $5 a gallon. I'll guarantee you, within a year, we're going to be paying $5 a gallon for gas again. And so we can have electric cars out of this. Another thing we can do is go to arid areas, and a small modular reactor, the small ones like Hyperion makes, only cost about $30 million. You could take an island like Kaho'olawe and put one of these on it and desalinate water and have enough water through the electrical process of desalination to get enough water to make the whole island green.
Back to the show and tell. The chart that you showed, that you had the tight shot on, you can't tell from that chart, but my understanding is that's not a very big facility.
No.
Some of these small ones are
here,
smaller.
You can
the size of a bus or a large or a van.
I can show you this.
They're not very big. 6 foot by 20 foot is the micro one that Toshiba supposedly makes.
That is the Toshiba. This is the Hyperion one. It's about the size, a little less than half the size of a bus.
Is that shootable by our camera?
Yeah, this will produce. It's basically, size of a couple of cars. You can see it compared to the human.
Oh, that's an actual comparison. The guy standing next to it.
Yeah, this is comparing next to the guy. But this is a modular unit that Hyperion would put it in